I'm Jim Brown, your Bible teacher at Grace and Truth Ministries. I always read to you some of our emails from around the world. We are on the internet. We've got over 2,000 of our messages on the internet, graceandtruth.net. And all you have to do is go on there and watch us. And we get people from all over the world that write to us. We're on TV in about 270 towns and cities, all up and down the East Coast and the West Coast, in San Francisco and Los Angeles and San Diego and San Jose, and on up into Washington State, and then we're over in Chicago and Montana, and we're also on TV in Michigan and Minnesota, and all over New York, all the boroughs of New York, down the eastern seaboard in Boston, then in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., and all over the Midwest, Des Moines, Iowa, Kansas, just all over Roanoke, Virginia, and all over Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Beaumont, San Antonio, Austin, and then we're on the two big cities in Oklahoma, Tulsa and Oklahoma City. And we get these emails from people. Uros in Slovenia writes, he tells us where that is. Greetings, Mary. Thank you for your reply. Surprisingly, I caught the live stream last night, and wow, Pastor Jim read my email as well as I didn't even expect. By the way, Slovenia is an ex-Yugoslavia republic between Italy, Austria, and Hungary, connected to the Mediterranean by the Adriatic Sea. This is the Adriatic Sea right here, right in here. So it has to be right in this area right there. And pocket country, mostly predominated by Catholic religion, but we have a national holiday, work-free day, the Reformation Day, dedicated to Protestants, Martin Luther, and the first Slovenian Protestant group of scholars and writers, Catholic outcasts in 16th century when we got first books in Slovene language, and Bible was among them, the 14th in the world. I've found lately only a few small Christian churches around the country, but I only attended the online sermons a few times due to lockdown here. I will send soon, if possible, to check if their doctrine is okay. Probably not. I'm not a learned expert at all. It is hard to trust the feelings or intuition, as I was many times deceived already. I was just checking about the DVDs Pastor Jim often mentions in his lessons. Yes, I would like to have some starters you recommend for beginners to the topic. I just can't stop listening to his lessons since I found you 2 days ago. I really believe that was guidance of the Lord's mercy. I believe that too. I prefer maybe if the DVD materials are available in some downloadable format to avoid the shipping cost abroad to the EU. Anyway, I can cover the shipping cost as well. Thank you for being around with your message of grace and truth. Agape Uros in Slovenia. That's up in the Middle East. And we love you, Uros. Keep writing to us. Stephen in California writes, it's Stephen Moiseov in Highland Park, California. Myself took the wide road and went after sin in a broad and shameful manner. Hence it brings me to this state that I can express the shame and guilt that for 1 week I went after filthy, despicable old habits that I believe I was far from addictions. I find now that self is desperately wicked, evil, and always there. God, forgive me, for it is against you and you only that I've committed these filthy and shameful acts. Pastor Jim, tell me if it seems that your doctrine and ministry brought to light and forefront of truth, it's about death to self and daily cross. Subconsciously, self took over, and I know that I let it. Well, you're not strong. You got to mature. Therefore, please pray for me that God might give me forgiveness, for I sure feel useless and unto a vessel of wrath. Well, you're not that. You wouldn't be seeking truth if you're a vessel of wrath. I'm sending last week's and times as well. The Lord bless me and keep me, and Mary, along with your staff and all your congregation. Stephen in California. We love you, Stephen. You're just wrestling with things that everybody wrestles with when they're young. Michael in Las Vegas. Pastor Jim, the reason I want you to call down pseudo-Christian constitutionalists, that's not the problem. The problem is the preachers. Is because the para-preachers or near-preachers say the same trash in their sermons. That's right. Constitution is from the Bible. Well, it's not, neither is the Declaration of Independence. Founding fathers were Judeo-Christians. Then they say Luke 22:36. That's how they defend the Second Amendment being in the Bible. You said, good grief to me. I'm not the one saying this froward trash. I'll call you Sunday if nothing comes up. I'll tell you the books I have lined up. I trust your 65 years experience more for the best writers on American history. You've done process of elimination for the flock. That would help me buy the right books. Agape Michael in Las Vegas. The problem with the church is not para-preachers preaching the Constitution. It's not Masonry. It is not all these excuses people use. It's the preachers. They're not telling the truth. We love you, Michael. Keep writing. Eric Neves in Florida writes, greetings, Pastor Brown. I want to thank you so much for the book titled All Things for Good from Thomas Watson. You're a wonderful teacher. Through your teachings, God rescued me and my family from the penetrating fangs of the Pentecostal doctrines. Boy, it is a poison doctrine. It has been a healing process of learning, trials, and tribulation, and mercy from God, a lot of mercy. God is killing off all my gods, end quote. God is cornering me to recognize Him and only Him as my King and my only God. Everything that I used to put my trust on has disappeared or failed me. I have no other choice than to fall on my knees, recognizing how powerless I am. We all are. Now God, with His immense mercy, patience, discipline, and love, is center of my existence. His discipline and love are all over me. Beloved Pastor Brown, I'm enjoying the book, the one by Thomas Watson, I'm sure. I continue walking on this path of learning. I have faith on this, that one day God will make of me the man that He already predestined that I will become. That's right. Me, Eric, my wife, Juanita, my daughter, Erica, love you, respect you, listen to you, and learn plentiful from you. Thanks, Eric Neves in Florida. We love you, Eric, and your family. Keep writing to us. And then Jared in Germany, you are awesome. Thanks for your great letters. I just studied the one on Sabbath. Loved it. Have a good one. Greetings from Germany, Jared in Germany. We love you, Jared. And then Menelisi in Swaziland,